Hey everybody, Pam Battis here with Hot Chocolate Quilt Company. Today I'm going to walk you through the steps on box one or month one of our subscription box. So we have a club. We are making the Our Family quilt from Pin and Proper. Maybe this picture will look a little better. Maybe this one's a little easier. Anyway, you can see here kind of. Anyway, it's a little blurry on this camera, but you can see what we're working on. Right now, month one will be this particular hand stitching, and then these blocks here, here, and over here. So we're working on those this month. So I'm going to walk you through how to cut, how to prep, and how to make that block, and then how to transfer your pattern onto your fabric for your hand stitching. And then there's also some stuff, a product in the box called Shape Flex, and I'll show you how to use the Shape Flex. It helps with your hand stitching, make it so that your thread doesn't show through. So I'm going to pause, reposition the cameras, and I'll be right back to walk you through some of that. Okay, for those of you that didn't receive the blocks or didn't see our unboxing, I'm just going to quickly go over that with you. This box includes the first instructions in the pattern kind of walks you through how step by step to make the entire quilt. You would get the pattern for the blocks we're working on this month, images of all of each block so that as we go along, you'll know how to put them together, and then the pattern for this block here. So that block comes with it. Of course, you always have to get some chocolate. So there's one of my favorite Utah truffles in here. There's 3 yards of Shape Flex. You get needles, thread. There's some scissors that I've stolen. Anyway, there's some scissors that are supposed to be in there. I took them out. A couple of skeins of the embroidery floss that you'll need. An embroidery hoop, some fabrics to start. And yes, there's Minky. I've been cutting Minky in the shop today. And then here's a couple of yards of base fabric to start with, and then an instruction sheet to get you started. So that is what you get in the box, just quickly. Okay, the instructions, as you can see, they're a little blurry on this for some reason, but as you can see, it says to cut one piece 12 by 15. And what we want you to do, so this little sheet kind of gives you the first steps or kind of a quick start guide for you. So we want to cut one piece 12 by 15. That's the biggest, and so we always cut the biggest first. And then one piece 9 by 24, and those two are both the biggest. Then we're going to cut 6 pieces 12 by 12, and we have 2 yards of fabric. Now they are both different, and I'm going to show you a little trick here. So they're both different colors. You can't really tell, but if you take a black light on them, you can see that you see this has some cute little floral prints on it. And then this one here is a little daisy here. If I pull it out a little, you can see the difference between the two. So they are 2 different types of fabric. Hard to see on the camera, but the little black light kind of helps. That's a trick when you're shopping too. You can always go and check if you can't see them very well. They show up better in your quilt when you're finished. But anyway, so they're in your box. You receive 2 different background fabrics. And you can see on the pattern here, let me reach it. You can see on this pattern that we have a lot of different whites throughout the quilt. So we're going to use these 2 to get our big pieces cut out. And then we'll use the extra for the backgrounds on these. Plus in a future box, you'll get a little more white to mix with it. And they'll all be different. So it'll make it really fun to have all those different backgrounds. All right, let's get started here. So let's move these out of the way. We're going to cut a 12 by 15. And if you are not familiar with cutting fabric, I'm a little lazy. I like to stack cut. So let's see if we've got this in. So I'm left-handed. I'm sorry about that. Now you can now you understand what a left-hander goes through their whole life. Everything is done a little backwards for us, and our brains have had to adapt. But um, anyway, hopefully you can adapt this in your head, or you will be able to just maybe flip your camera reverse. All right, always cut selvage edges off. You do not want those on there. Okay, we're going to get rid of that selvage edge. And everything is, well, most are 12 by something. So this one is 12 by 15. So what I'm going to do, I love this, this ruler, this shape cut ruler. I could have squared that up with that as well, but the shape cut is awesome. It's you can, let's see, can you see how that's all separated? Maybe the light makes it hard, but you can see how they're separated every half inch. So I would just stick that down on there. I want a 12-inch cut. Here's my 12. I've already squared this up over here. I'm just going to stick this in, cut a 12-inch, and then I will pull that separate. Pull that out and unfold it because we want a 12 by 15. So I'll need to cut that selvage off that I missed right there. I'm not following the lines on the table, I'm following the lines of the fabric. Okay, so then we want 15 inches. Let me get my other ruler for you. So I know I do this a little weird, but I measure from the edge 15 inches. There's my 15. You can measure, you can use the measurements on your table. That's perfectly fine. I just don't. All right, so we've got a 15 by 12 inch right there. All right, so there's my 12 by 15, and we can measure that 12. 15, so there's my 12 by 15. I'm going to set that one aside. And then I need a 12 by 12, and we might be able to get a couple out of here. So let's just take this. I didn't iron this. You probably would be wise to press your fabric before. Pressing is helpful, and I neglected that, so I apologize. But you would want to go ahead and maybe press your fabrics first. I'm going to square this little end up just a little. It looks a little off. And then here's another 12-inch. So there's a 12 by 12. I've got one cut. Let's see, am I in the frame here so you can see what I'm doing? Line this back up with the edge. Sometimes it's just easier to trim it again when it's not quite right. Sometimes it's just better to trim. Do another trim just to get it perfect. 12, and then here's another 12. Okay, so far I've got two 12s cut out, two 12 by 12s. So I've got the two 12 by 12s cut out and a 12 by 15. And what did our instructions call for? They call for 6 12 by 12s, one 12 by 15. So then I've got this little extra piece. This extra piece I'm going to save and use when we start cutting for some of these blocks. So these little pieces are okay, just save them. You're going to use them later. All right, so now I've got a 12 by 15 and a 12, two 12 by 12s. I need to cut a 9 by 24. That's probably our longest one. I think I want to switch fabrics on this one. So let's just switch the fabric on that one. And how wide is this? I probably should be at the other end of my table so we can measure using, well, we know it's 44 because most fabrics are 44. Yeah, so 44, and we need a 24. So I think this one's a little tricky. I think I'm just gonna cut a 9-inch, cut a 9-inch cut across there because we want a 9 by 24. I'm just gonna fold that in the camera. I'm gonna fold it. I'm just going to make sure it's square. It's pretty good. Just gonna trim that a hair to make sure it's squared up into with my cutter. It always goes funky when you're on camera. Nothing's ever perfect, is it? I guess nothing's ever perfect in life either, but especially quilting, because fabric has a mind of its own. Okay, I've trimmed the edge. Double check your measurements. We want a 9. Oh, it fell on the floor. Let me grab it. This time we are cutting a 9 by 24. Always double check your cuts. So I'm going to cut 9 inches right there. So we're going to use this ruler again and go to the 9-inch. We've squared it up on this end. I always like to hold just my blade's going to cut this line. I always like to hold this down. I don't know if you can see, I kind of spiderweb my hand and hold it. You want your fingers out of the way, but you want them holding that so it doesn't slip. So I'm cutting 9 inches. So there we've got a 9-inch strip minus this little piece here. All right, so now we have a 9-inch, and then we need to subcut it into a 24-inch. That's a long piece, but I guess that's what we're doing is we're cutting this background here for this one. So the 12 by 15 was for this square. All the 12 by 12s are these others. And right now we're cutting for our family is forever square. So that's 24. So we've got the 9-inch cut now, 9-inch here. Now we need 24 inches. So I'm going to cut off this little bit of selvage. Make sure I'm in the camera. Cut off selvage there. I've got a reflection making it hard for me to see where that selvage ends. Okay. Now, I know this is crazy, but because this is on a fold, right here's our fold. We need 24 inches, so I'm going to put this right here on the fold. It's folded in half, so 12 inches. We're going to cut 12 inches. 12 inches, it's on a fold, making that 24 inches, which is what we want. We want a 9 by 24. So when we unfold that, we just made a 12 by 12. So there's your 12. 12 more is 24. There's our 9 by 24 piece. Okay. So now we've got the big pieces cut, and we've got two 12 by 12. So now we've got a couple little extra pieces. So that one goes in the pile for future cuts. And then I'm just going to, let's see, we need 4 more. So let's see, what color have we cut so far? I want to just kind of mix it up. We have used, where did my little thing go? So that's the back side. 1 12 by 12 with flowers. I think this one's going to be, that's our big one. So we've got the flowers. So I'm going to skip over here now, and I'm going to use the other fabric. And we need 12 by 12 or 4 12 by 12s because we've already got 2 of the 6. So let's just line this up. All right. Gonna trim this just a hair. Make sure I've got that on the camera. It's hard to, probably having a little bit more waste than I would normally, just because I don't know if you guys can even see what I'm doing. Okay, there's a 12-inch. Now we need to subcut it into 12s. So I'll flip it around here. Oh, my camera's gone blurry on us. Come on, zoom back in. There we go. All right. Again, I'm going to trim off selvage. And there's two 12 inchers right there. So now we have four of our 12 inch. This isn't gonna be quite enough to do a 12 inch. This will do one, but we'll need to subcut one more. Okay, so if you're interested in this shape cut, I will have this on the website shortly. I've got some ordered, and they'll hit the website. Well, I'll post it on Facebook and it'll be showing up here real soon. So, all right, we've got 1, 2, 3. Let's see. Those are our extra fabrics. 4. We've got 4, 5. We've got 6 or 5 12 by 12s. And we need to cut one more. We've got the 5. We've got 5 of our 6 12 by 12s. I'm going to let you cut your 6th one out of your other fabrics. We've got our 9 by 12 and our 12 by 15. So go ahead and cut one more and get all of those pieces cut, and then take your shape flex. That's this fabric. It should have been labeled in your box. Looks just like white fabric, but it's kind of a specialty. It'll have a little paper in there which lets you know that it's like an iron-on interfacing. It's got one rough side, one right side. So go ahead, cut your shape flex to fit. The instructions tell you to cut just a little bit less. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to cut them all the same. It'll be a little thicker in the seams, but I'm not terribly worried about it. So if you want to cut it down a little, you can. Otherwise, just go ahead and cut your shape flex to match, and then I'll come back and show you the next step. All right, see you soon.